Well, good afternoon, everybody. Just coming onto this live stream to give you an updated forecast for the rest of today. Looking right now at our satellite and radar, just a few light showers popping up, let's say in Lamar and Covington County, and just farther down to the southeast in general, and that's mainly it. Most of us are just dry with just mostly sunny conditions. We do have the stationary front a little bit farther down to our south and has lifted its way just a tad bit closer towards us, and it's exactly where these showers are just popping up when it comes to this afternoon. So, live look over the metro, we're dry, and it's definitely a warm one out there. 93 degrees in Jackson, feeling like 101, and you can see out in Vicksburg, 92, feeling like 103. With the majority of the other areas, upper 80s, lower 90s, and feeling like they're in those mid 90s to upper 90 feels like temperatures. So today's highs going to keep on rising up, lower to mid 90s. Here we have forecasted high of 93 degrees, and we've already hit that here for this afternoon. But a little bit farther out to our west, could be getting into those mid 90s. So overnight lows dropping down into the lower 70s again as you're waking up and heading on out the door. And take a look at that 3-day forecast for your Friday and your Saturday afternoon. It's going to be fairly similar to what we saw today. Highs around that 93 degree margin, morning lows in the lower 70s, and just a 10% chance of a hit or miss shower, mainly for our south and southeast counties. But then by our Sunday, that's where we got changes coming our way. We're going to see rain chances start to increase, and along with that, humidity levels will start to increase as well. So take a look for our Thursday. Hit or miss showers definitely going to be possible, but mainly for areas south of the I-20 corridor. And by 8 p.m., we could see a few lingering showers here and there, but then after that, we'll dry up a nice Friday morning as you're heading off to work or wherever it is you're going, and then we get to the afternoon, and here we go, possibility of hit or miss showers again. But for your Friday, it does look like they're possible farther down to our south and southwest when it comes to tomorrow and into those early evening hours. But then we dry up pretty quick. Your Friday night's looking clear, and we get to your Saturday morning, another nice start. Afternoon hours again, and a similar situation. Best rain chance is really going to be occurring farther down into our southern counties, but mainly a hit or miss situation. That's why we have a low 10% chance when it comes to today, tomorrow, and for your Saturday as well. Now take a look at our muggy meter. Sunday is when we're going to start to see these changes occur. We're going to be feeling, let's say, muggy to humid conditions here, but then very humid by the time we get to your Sunday afternoon, and especially going into next work week. So for next work week, one thing we are going to have to watch out for is those heat index values, the feels like temperatures. We could see them getting back easily into the mid triple digits, so something we'll keep watching as we keep progressing closer to that day. Now, we've been talking about Tropical Storm Dexter. Now it's a post-tropical cyclone, and they expect it to keep on weakening as it moves its way farther out to the east into the Atlantic. So luckily, no worries when it comes to the Magnolia State or the United States in general. But of course, we are still tracking a few other areas. We got this one off the East Coast, and just a low 30% chance of development through the next 7 days. So we're going to keep tracking this one, but the National Hurricane Center does expect it to move its way to the northeast as well, farther out into the Atlantic. Then we're tracking this system as well. A tropical wave moving throughout the central parts of the Atlantic Ocean, and this has a 60% chance of development through the next 7 days. And the reason why is just because it has more favorable conditions, especially the farther out to the northwest it keeps on moving. But luckily, the system's still very far away from us, and we have plenty of time to keep an eye on it as we go throughout the rest of this work week going into next weekend. So, quick recap of your 8-day forecast when it comes to today, your Friday, and your Saturday. Fairly similar conditions for the next 3. Morning lows in the lower 70s, highs around that 93 degree margin, just a 10% chance of hit or miss showers, mainly for our areas south of the I-20 corridor. Then we get to your Sunday, that's when the humidity comes back, and along with that, those rain chances increase. So I hope everybody has a